Hello again, and welcome as a guest, please, into my world, my green UFO. Of course, I remember the question, and the question is, how do the aliens look like? And then, about after, we got somehow to the reptoid realms and got somehow stuck there. Ha ha ha, this is my love of recognition. It means I know where we are. I do clearly recognize the pattern. Yes, yes, this is a certain part of my very reptoid pattern. But wait, do we speak about the patterns? Not yet. We are speaking about appearance, faces, surfaces, and so maybe I need to shift my position, or maybe I need to shift my position, or combines of commands that draft to some another sector, another mode, another perception. I feel some repelling effect while touching certain topics of sub or subtopics or whatever. It's not good to 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 talk just about everything without borders, or better say repelling fields. Or Mister, back please to the main line. I know I do. But they don't like when I am exposing too much of us to those who are not of us, leave alone even an accidental harm. It's just not a polite and not fair. This is, after all, my family, anyhow. So I expose what I can expose of my house, my family, my world. And now about faces and body structures. Reptoids, winged ones have wings, wingless ones don't. Easy peasy. Our faces are more like faces of lizards, but we stand on 2 feet. Mostly of our species don't have tail. Some have. Some of our species are physically extremely massive, the sign of abundance of power and predatory features, like solving problems by fighting. It's strange to understand for majority of earthly humans how those muscle beings possess in the same time enormous quantity of intelligence. It looks quite absurd from earthly perspective, but believe or not, this is exactly the example, even the sample of coherence and no, this is the sample of coherence and unity, not a case of contradiction as humans tend to think. This is a part of the natural law, just another set. Anyway, and this is not my kind, not a close family to me. Look at me. You see, I'm different. I'm an alien. Alien among humans and alien among aliens. But we are not talking about me now. We are talking about another aliens who look differently. Thus, muscle reptoids, closest example Dracos, tend to have long claves and longer and sharper teeth, certain predatory factors. For some of them, it's very important to have a tail. It helps very much with aggression-based movements and balancing anger. But now please leave me alone about them. They're aliens to me. Aliens in the sense I wouldn't touch them. I don't bother them. I don't help them. Just not my field. There are other types of reptoid species who are closer to me, and some of them I tend to believe are like me. But anyway, we are not talking about me. We are talking about them. Better reptoids. Read Lacerta files. Lacerta files. Dated by the borderline of centuries, 1999, 2000. Lacerta files, enter to the googly moogly, and you will find some good descriptions directly from a young reptoid woman. Don't know about the real source, but anyway, descriptions and information, majority of it is credible. My addition, based of something more personal, including even at least one personal encounter. Yes, okay. I was very young, about 22, and it was one of so-called borderline meetings. This time it was line between astral plan and physical plan. In the very moment of smooth and gradual materialization of reptoid beings, the materialization began from fingers and slowly moved back to the her, I think, arm, going to the very strong contact with my brain directly, with slight movement of the palm and calming. At that time it was just scaring me, calming voice, my mind. It will not bother you. Something like that. And the voice says prolonging and hissing. It won't bother you. But we are not talking now about the case of the encounter, neither about any other case back. How do they look like? Fingers are long and thin, longer than humans and maybe thinner, maybe the same. Nails are longer and more conic, sometimes just a conic. But they are of, or they may be not always manifested in this known to humans material plan. Arms are also thin. All body is thin, but not weak, not at all. The tissue is more dense and flexible. No fat or almost no fat. Skin is smoother and has no hair. On arms and body. Hair is only on head of some of our species, but it takes less of but it takes less of its surface and concentrated mostly in upper part. Only an upper part. Ears are smaller and turned to precisely recognize any pattern of ticking, chattering, hissing, of course, and another sound. Some of them humans cannot recognize as any sound units. Some other of our basic sounds people just don't hear. But yes, our ears are smaller and don't have the mini labyrinth curvature that that people ear possess. But our eyes are in opposite size bigger than humans, but not as big, not at all as the greys have. But to start to talk about greys, did we already finish with the reptoids or not yet? Let me think about. Meanwhile, you might remind you. Meanwhile, you might remark. Yet let me think a while. Meanwhile, you might remind. I don't understand that. You may remind, I think. Remark, ask, suggest your thoughts in the context, sector. Just be kind, please. Try to do your best. After okay, let's finish with that, because you probably don't like long videos, you like shorter videos, so let's finish with that. Sorry for my diction, sorry, because 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 I think it's because of electronic device. Electronic device makes me very nervous feeling, but don't mind if you hear sound of what I pronounce. Just hear. If it's interesting to you, just listen. If not, okay, don't. So let's say goodbye, ciao.